Hello, my name is Christian Aldo, and welcome to the Plastic General. Today, we're going to be riding along with the Japanese invasion forces inside of a Japanese landing craft with a tank and 2 platoons of Japanese Imperial soldiers. Sound exciting? Banzai! Fire! So the first set we're going to look at is a set that was released by Classic Toy Soldiers around 1998. And the really great thing about the set was there had not been a set of 1/32 scale Japanese soldiers released for probably over 20 years. And so Classic Toy Soldiers came out with this, a 6-pose set. And the first figure of the 6 poses in this set is kneeling, sharpshooting, and Arisaka Japanese rifle. Pose number 2, standing sharpshooting rifle. Pose number 3, standing sharpshooting and perhaps even stabbing somebody in the face with a bayonet. Pose number 4, lying down in the prone position, firing a rifle. And poses number 5 and 6 is a machine gun team firing a Japanese Taishio heavy machine gun. So this was a great move to be made by Classic Toy Soldiers because, the niche had not been filled with a modern set for, like I said, 20 years. So they were a very welcome set, lots of firing poses, very useful figures, and they're still highly appreciated to this day. So the next set we're going to cover was released by Toy Soldiers of San Diego in 2006, and it comprises of 8 plus 1 poses, and you'll see. So the first 2 figures are kneeling sharpshooting and crouching down sharpshooting Arisaka Japanese rifles. Poses 4 and 5 are advancing forward with rifle and bayonet, and the other figure is lunging forward with his bayonet. Figures 5 and 6, we have a figure standing sharpshooting with a bayonet on the end of his rifle, and this figure is firing a Type 99 heavy machine gun. Figure number 7 is an officer with what looks to be a machete, and he's lunging forward with his machete, either chopping foliage or chopping at somebody's body during a bonsai attack. Poses number 8 and 9 are basically the same pose, except the designer gave the option that you could pull out the plugs in the hands to replace what the figure was holding. So this would be the figure here advancing or running with a rifle. And if I pulled out the plugs in his hands, which I glued in, so I can't do that, I could replace it with a flag of the Japanese rising sun. And so he was a flag bearer. Great sculpt. So there you have it, all 9 poses of the figures created by Toy Soldiers of San Diego. They're a great set. They're very much available, and they're a great set for anyone's collection. So for our next item, it's a Japanese Chiha tank, which was, I think it was one of the main Japanese battle tanks of World War II. Now, this particular model was created by Figarti Miniatures, and they were a very prominent and high-end World War II miniature manufacturer. They did figures made of metal, and the tanks are very heavy. They're made of like some sort of die cast and porcelain or resin. But they've been since the passing of Mr. Figarti. I guess the family wasn't willing or to carry on the family business or his father's dream, and since then the business is no more. So the value of the Figarti tanks or vehicles or any of the accessories has skyrocketed. I was able to score this one here, and it's beaten up. It's missing fenders. But I like it in its beaten up condition, just like it would have been in battle. And I'm lucky even to have gotten one because they're very rare now. Now the next item was also created by Figarti. Now this one was one on my holy grail list, and it was expensive at the time when it came out. But then since the demise of Figarti, it has become more ridiculously expensive. And I saw it one day on eBay, and I put in a silly, it was going for like $600 US, but I put in a really reasonable, tiny bid. I didn't think they were going to accept it, and suddenly the guy accepted it. I couldn't believe it. So I scored the Japanese landing craft. Now let's take a look around the front here. I guess if you undo the ropes here in the front, then the front falls down to let the troops or the tanks or the vehicles roll out. And an extra little bonus here, and this is where the driver is. You get the Figarti Japanese driver, and he fits in there beautifully. And I think this is the little hoist. When this thing spins around, it makes the anchor come up from the back here. And there's a strange little hatch in the front here. I think that's to access perhaps the motor. So the tank fits nicely into the landing craft, which would, in theory, look how great that would be, except the tank would never fit outside of it. So obviously this couldn't happen in reality. It'd be pure fantasy. But it works for this shot. So, what do you say? Do you think we should go island hopping? Let's go. Somebody had better tell the British the Japanese had just invaded the Philippine Islands. Anyway, just a reminder, if you like the show, remember to hit the subscribe button, then hit that little bell so you can be notified about all future episodes. Hit the like button, and if you have any comments or any criticisms, or if you have any requests about a set or subject that you want me to cover, leave it in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading them and replying. My name is Christian Aldo. I'm the Plastic General. See you next time.